It's an interesting stage in the Shoot Shield, very interesting stage in subbies as well.
It is. Segue you provided for me, Will Davies. We're going to mix things up this week. We'll talk about Colts in just a moment, but up next, we will talk subbies. It's time for the Subbies session, brought to you by 4 and 20. We're going to kick things off with Waverly taking on Colleagues, Will Davies.
The old beauty, this one, Waverly and Colleagues. Got to start with a bit of Rob Keogh action to the big white fridge, gets it down. I tell you what, this guy needs a sponsor of his own, the way that subbies are going out at Waverly. Keogh's ball, delicious. The big white fridge, maybe a Westinghouse sponsor, Big Lee can get involved. The way Rob Keogh's going though, he's back at the club. It's a shortened subby season, we know. Waverly building really nicely. This was a big one for them to understand where they are. The celebration too, it was a cold old day. Rob Keogh just keeping nice and toasty. He's got a bit of Wilson action from Castaway. Make sure he's nice and friendly with the Gilbert. And look, subbies action for Waverly going really, really nicely. Scott Sarsons has them doing great things. And look, Josh Stevens and Tom Jackson deserve a shout out too. Rob Keogh providing highlights like this the whole day along. But the commentary on the Clutch TV feed, outstanding stuff. Very one-sided, unapologetically. And all 4 games of the Kent World Cup streamed live via clutch.tv and the Clutch app. Get involved.
Love it.
What about this guy, Hamish Sheehan, guys? He was the Colts' best and fairest last year at Colleagues, one of the up-and-coming Blue Giants to keep an eye on. Had an awesome day out in the 15 for Colleagues. Not enough in the end to get it done, but have a look at that. The show and go, the strong carry. Out the other side, he comes, Will.
Yeah, very nice stuff from Colleagues. Also got to mention the 3rd grade for Colleagues, Richard Saville, or Saville. Look, captain them to another win. They're premiership favourites in 3rd grade. He'll play his 100th game for Colleagues if they make the semi-finals and go on. So I'm pitching a little bit of the test-style documentary via Amazon, but for Clutch TV. Get that sponsored as well. He's a software developer, a bit of a coder, so maybe get Atlassian involved. Let's just keep it going. Got the Fever Tree tonic going down an absolute beautiful. The mixer, the ginger beer and the Bricks rum.
Have you been
4 and 20.
Have you been sliding?
Prawn candy.
Right, okay, 39-22, the final score there in Waverly and Colleagues. Mossman taking on Knox. Mossman 33-12. Knox having a tough season here, Will.
Yeah, Mossman, one of the competition favourites. They really are going beautifully. Really tough conditions. We've touched on it a few times, and when you've got your prop covering at fullback, I feel like our mate Woodcock must have been injured and he's tried to do the Morris in Origin. He is all at sea and Mossman taking full advantage. Off to the sideline again. I think the trainers are still having a look at our mate Woodcock from Knox Old Boys. When you're underneath the box kick, it's tough stuff. A big win for Mossman, 33-12 over Knox, and they, with Des Moines, are understandably competition favourites.
Yeah, they are. Petersham and Blue Mountains. Blue Mountains led 17-15 after 40 minutes. Sean Maloney, Petersham stormed home in this one.
Didn't they what? It was a big finish. It was Helu getting through the winger. Evans rampaging as always as well for Petersham boys, and also Vasa Vala with the try to take it up over 50 to Petersham. Very, very good at the weekend against the boys from the mountain.
Yeah, we've seen some good highlights, haven't we, from the Blue Mountains, and this is an outstanding run. Again, those strides, the hamstrings are tight. 85th minute, we've seen a lot of these games really have some great injury time highlights, and that is no exception.
Yeah, so 53 points to 22, the final score there. Let's move on to Forest and Des Moines. 28-5 at half-time, 54-15 at full-time. Will, Des Moines never looked threatened in this one at all?
No, they did a bit of an off-the-ball tackle. Rare highlights for Forest. They're continuing on. Again, some great directions being issued and a very nice try. Henry Goodman and Willie Villy with the bump. Jordan Rowland down the touchline. So good stuff for Forest, but realistically, all Des Moines.
What about that name, Willie Villy? Willie Villy. I think that might be one of the great names across shoot and subbies. But Rusiate Longani Marcy, we've seen him scoring tries for fun all season long with another couple at the weekend. He leads with 6 overall in the competition. This is a huge run to bring up the 50 from Christian Vanetsky. TRY at Melwood, the big Christian.
Mate, it's like Ogre from a Revenge of the Nerds charging down the touchline.